So hi everyone, today in this video we're gonna talk about another mental model to help you to be a better person, and obviously better person because you're using these mental models to approach your life and mainly to solve the problems that you face. That I would say that you are proportionally more well paid as much better you are in problem solving. So if you're better in problem solving, your results going to be better in your outcomes type of in talking in money, that is so the revenue. And then so I'm supportive that you should specialize in using these mental models to make you be a better problem solver. So I expect you to already help me to by subscribing and seeing posteriorly other type of videos to make you a better person. And then so go for the discussion of this video. And what's going to be the mental model that we're going to talk today is the circle of competence. And so what is the circle of competence? What you have to understand is that success isn't about knowing everything. As I have been saying it, is that you to be someone that's successful, you don't need to be better at everything. In matter of fact, you need to be better in a small tiny parts. And even if you choose a field, imagine that you choose like engineering. You don't need to be good in all areas of engineering. You need to be good in one specific one. And it's already something that takes a lot of the overload that you got. Because the reality is that your time is limited. Your time is limited, and then so you just can work like 8 hours a day. And then you cannot work 8 hours a day being electrical engineering, you cannot be accounting, you cannot be expert in financial type of as a analyst. So you cannot have, neither you have time, neither probably your brain will have be able to kind of get all the knowledge that is needed to be do good enough to kind of work in all your areas. And then so it's a limitations that it's something that's helpful because it will not make you be overloaded by so much information you will have to need to get so revenue. That's what people tend to like. The reality is that we're in a world that we rely on specialization, but this doesn't mean that we cannot be someone that has to get knowledge in other areas. In matter of fact, it's important, but circle competence is about understanding where you really are good, and then you enjoy it, you do by yourself, and other areas that you know you outsource. It's something that you already tend to do and we already tend to apply. We understand our circle competence. Someone that works as accounting, it gets like 5k. Imagine it gets 5k, 5k a month. He outsources other needs that he has. So, what are the needs? He needs to probably have good teeth, not teeth. It's having good teeth. So probably to have a good tips, you're not gonna rely in having so their own expertise, and is not gonna take care of their own tips in terms of probably doing operations, things like that. He relies, he outsources for what? For healthcare specialists. It doesn't rely on me. What I do the basis. I know what the basis and what is the basis. Brushing my teeth with past, and it's that. So I know the enough to so get enjoying so the benefits, but I'm not someone that is on the area. I don't know to get the name of all the thieves that I got. It's not that what I need. I need to have a basal type of knowledge, that I need to get floss, I need to brush my teeth. So I need the base, I need what's already known, and these people in that area have worked to discover that's good. I don't need to specialize on that. I don't need to understand all that. I need to enjoy what already the outcomes that the other ones provide. That's why economy is good. Economy is created that people have specialized in when they're good, and they provide for the other ones what's good without other ones having the need to know how the things are made. Just they need to have enough money to pay it. That's why a lot of people they get phones and all these things, but they don't know how the internet works, and they don't know it. The reality they just don't need to pay it. What do we require? But then hold this work because what? Because we need to understand that people we should not like, we talk a lot about diversification. You should diversify. We should diversify in talkings that is mainly applied in investments, but in reality you not should diversify in whole areas. Diversify is when already you have so much, then you should diversify to maintain the position you are. Like when you're rich, When you're rich, yes, it's useful to diversify, but when you're poor, you should not diversify. You should put your focus in a small part of things and not diversify. When you're poor, you should not be someone that has to learn everything. No, when you're poor, you should focus in being better in one, no, max two things. And then so when you get richer, when you get like your windows open more, then you probably could specialize in more things, and even you got less stress because you already have the revenue sources kind of established. Example, Elon Musk, you're gonna look for him and you're gonna think, oh, he knows everything. He's now present in politics. He's good in engineering. He's good in electrical engineering. He has a much of things. He has like in some knowledge, certainly in neuropsychology. But the reality is, probably doesn't have all this knowledge. He started by being someone that was good in engineering, and then so he formed and has made so some type of as so ground some type of companies. But obviously with the windows got opened, and then by being richer he started having contact by having creating so much type of diversified type of industries, companies, that so he got contact with these engineerings, and obviously by need he was learning since he was running a job, and then so it was by the time. But initially he don't get all the knowledge in whole areas. It's something that was being opening over is going in their journey. So he started by someone he's got some knowledge in some specific area, he grounded the PayPal, and then so initially he starts so going for other type of things that he start learning, but initially he doesn't have like spread and they already knew everything. So we have to know that initially it's good to be good, really good in something, because in reality when you're really good to something and you guys so got a bit like richer, sometimes you even can get famous, the doors of whole other things that you could experience and now diversify and now know more things, it's more easy so then to focus. And then in comparison, if you just starting by being someone that spends time in a lot of diversified things, you're not really good in something. In reality is we're living in a world that winner takes all. So example, some type of people in some type of sports, like imagine in golf, Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods was really good in something, golf. He was not so good in other things. And reality, in comparison with other ones, you know other type of person that practices golf that's famous, probably don't do it. And why it's something that's important? Because he was so good, probably because you spent more time than other ones practicing, or if he has some type of giftedness, I don't know. I'm not expert in golf, but by being so good in the sport, it opened their window to be famous and probably to experience other things. If they will have like, and they will want, probably will have a call hand in politics, probably will create another company. Because what? Because by being the best, it was a winner takes all. He got the majority of the attention that were open to the golf was for him, and not probably for one that was like the second best, that nobody knows. And proportionally, the attention, money, funds, resources that were provided for the most famous one is much more in terms of proportion of what he has received in comparison with the second one than is in terms of talent. Because what? Exponentially, you by being the best one, you exponentially receive much more than other ones. And these were so the people that have understood their circle of competence, and have understand that they could not have competence in whole areas. They specialize in more. And then sometimes it helps to later on, and when I'm rich, when I saw probably Tiger Woods with age, so start being worse in the golf. Now he could, and he has opens and expanded further areas, and not so being depending of golf to start remaining having a source income. And now he has in other areas that he was entering by the facilitation that he got by being the best in the initial area that he got. And then so it's the smart way to look. It's circle of competence. It's like Pareto. In for what everything that you can learn, just 20% as that importance that you should focus, because it's one that generates so 80% of the outcomes that you can expect. And this circle of competence was a mental model that was popularized by another type of people that's famous, Warren Buffett and their partner, emphasizing focusing areas where you have to expertise. Sometimes it can be like areas that you're not the best, but you see that you have a comparative advantage. And the comparative advantage is you are better than some all other ones in that specific areas. Like when you call giftedness, it's like probably what LeBron James has in basketball in comparison with other ones. It's like probably what Messi or Ronaldo has in football. They're comparatively better than other ones in their area. They have kind of expertise in their area. They're just focusing being better in their area. And sometimes probably this, like LeBron James, it has his door opened to the politicians or to go for being actor. Then he have diversified since the start of their really. They have spent time in pretending to be an actor and kind of diversifies all the times that he spent in basket. It will not be so much good as in basket and will not go to that much intentions, and then so he will probably get the result that he got that he did get. And though by staying within your circle of competence, you minimize risks, make better decisions, and maximize your strengths. That's ultimately then. So what are the most important things to define how much you earn is where you the best than other ones. And then so how we do to identify? It's understanding so where you have competitive advantages on other ones, and this by identify what you truly understand, what you truly like to do, and knowing what's your limits. And this can be done by understanding what's your performance in comparison with probably the ones that you are a competition with. And so sometimes you can then later on you can expand your cycle over the time through learning, experiencing it, and and so you can gradually grow your competence in new areas, but understand that the essence remains the same. Now these competence that goes on are like a way to diversify, then so to remain getting so or remain so established in your position that you have accomplished by the essence, the core, the competence that you got known for. And then these obviously apply in investing. Warren Buffett all invest in business and understand, and by understanding just the ones that you got understood, that's why it made him being so much risk. Career decisions, a great engineer may not be a great CEO, and stands and focusing what is best. A business strategy, a company that specializes in software shouldn't suddenly start manufacturing hardware. It's basic. It's like I'm got specialized when I have a competitive advantage, when I can provide better things than other ones in here is where you should focus. I should not so spread my energy that's scarce. That's what I want you to focus. Not treat your energy, treat your time, understand that you have to allocate in the best things and not try to be and outsmart all other ones in all areas, because you just so gonna do it in a enough time to so discover that you just so gonna get paid for an area that you should have spent more time. And then I expect this video makes you open a bit better your eyes, and see you in the next one.